Today's session, we are going to be learning siman Tafresh Beis. Siman Tafresh Beis is the second to last siman in that is officially part of the halachas of Rosh Hashanah, and there's what to go into a little bit on this siman. It's what to discuss. Yesterday, we successfully completed siman Tavkov Sadi Zayin, Ches, and Tes due to the
Brevity.
how small the simanim were. The small size of these of each siman. And I looked around to see if we really missed anything. We didn't really miss much. Not much going on there. The siman deals with the days in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We're going to learn it now, even though it's really around a month early, just because we have goals to finish all of Hilchos Rosh Hashanah, except for the halachas of Shofar, which is something nice to have on our resume. In our repertoire, the Torah begins the siman by saying, "The macharaso misanin umispalin tfilas tainas." Next day we fast and we daven tefillah for a fast. Let's talk about the day after Rosh Hashanah. We fast. Behu soim hashvi. This is the fast 7. It's called Omer b'pasuk, which is stated in the pasuk. Ubehilchos tainis perashiv. I explain this in the halachas of the times fasting. B'chol hayamim shebein Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippurim marbim b'tfilos b'tachanunim. All of the days in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we increase our tefillas. Kimoshe perashti, like I explained the mala above. Mosifim ba'avos zechreinu. We add in the avos zechreinu begevuros michamocha, and the gevuros michamoicha, behalda and the hoda. Ksuv l'chaim sim shalom b'sefer chaim. Talking about everything that we add in between. Okay? Ba'ashkenaz nohagan loimer boiker ve'erev acher sim shmon esrei avinu malkinu al seder alpha besa. In the Ashkenaz places, we say in the morning and at night, aka this is referring to Mincha time, as we'll see. After completing Shemona Esrei, we say Avinu Malkinu, which is in the order of the Aleph base. Beis Yosef on the right-hand column quotes the Rokeach. Zoom it in over here. Beis Yosef says, "Kas Rokeach." We fast except for on Erev Yom Kippur, and we fall on our faces. Tachnun except for on Erev Yom Kippur, and we say thrice vidui in the morning. Besides for Erev Yom Kippur, that we only say it once. So the Torah, relatively straightforward, not much going on over here.
Wait, the Tachanun, what is it? What is it referring to? Oh, it's referring to. I understand. What's her?
Okay, so this is going to be the difference with Tachnun, as we'll see again over here. Shulchan Aruch says we fast Mesan and the Macheres Rosh Hashanah, fast of Rosh Hashanah, Hutayin Asibas, public fast. Kol Yom Shemim Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippurim Arba Tefillas Hachanunim. We increase our davening in these days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. V'amar Avinu Malkeinu Arba Boker B'Alav B'Shem say Avinu Malkeinu in the morning and at Mincha, except for Shabbos Afilu Chal Milo She'inam Yom Tachanun. Even if a Mila falls out, in which the case would be we would not say Tachanun, of course. Afilu Hachi Amar Avinu Malkeinu. Even so, we would say Avinu Malkeinu. This halacha would apply anytime we say Avinu Malkeinu. V'oimrim b'kol yom shlosh pamim vidui kodem l'os shacha. We would say thrice daily vidui before dawn. Mavad except for b'erev Yom Kippur. So except for on erev Yom Kippur, we would not say it al pamachas. We'd only say it once. B'neisim chayrim. You don't give a chayrim
Excommunication.
form of excommunication. We'll see exactly what that means. It's going to be more specific to a shul. B'chinem mashbiyan adam and bezdin ad achar Yom Kippurim. We don't make a person make a vow in the Beis Din until after Yom Kippur. In Mekach Levana Motzi Kippurim, Motzi Yom Kippur, we do not do Kiddush Levana until after Yom Kippur, as we learned in the halachas of Kiddush Levana. Shabbos being Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Minor Gloimer, Bos, Koschla, and the Shabbos. In between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the custom is to say Sid Koschla. It seems like there's an obsession in all the siman that we keep learning, talking about Sid Koschla. So, the Shabbos in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, you would not say it.
Huh?
You don't do the Chayrim, the Magen Avram rites. You don't make someone make a shvuah. Kolpana mitzvah lifshoit lohitzi. Kezel mitachas yada. There's still a mitzvah to have the Beis Din open for the courts to adjourn if there's a theft issue and the like. Similarly, the Taz writes over here, La sois din bein adam lechavera vadim mitzvah rabbi yesh ladim. Judging between people is certainly a big mitzvah. It's pretty much everything that's going on over here. There's an interesting Ateres Zekanim on the glass on the side over here of the Shulchan Aruch.
What's the reason we don't say Kiddush Levana on during Aseres teshuva? Because of
What's the reason? That's what he
Yeah.
says right now. The Ateres Zekanim says some say it's better to do Kiddush Levana before Yom Kippur, in order that this mitzvah will bring a person to be meritorious. Kav Sachos. Yeah, you have an extra mitzvah. The reason why we wait after is you have to be in a state of happiness when you do Yom Kippur. Eina Shechina shoyra ela mitoch simcha. Shechina will only dwell in a person in a state of happiness. So after Yom Kippur, when we have mechilas avoinas, there's happiness. What about getting married during this time of Aseres teshuva? Is it mutter? Chachma Shlomo writes, my favorite, Shlomo Kluger, says the custom is that we don't get married until after Yom Kippur. Why? He said it was told to him that the Sefer Mata Ephraim relates this custom as well. Interesting. Hugudli. Seems like you didn't have access to look it up. What's the reason for this custom? He says two reasons. We'll go to the first one. Second one, I don't really understand. The Gemara in Yevamos, Samach Gimel, the Yerushalmi, Meseches Bikurim, Perek Gimel, Halacha Gimel relates, I know you say Isha Meichel or Kol V'Nosef. Someone who gets married, marries a woman, will be forgiven for all of his sins. What's the reason for this?
Mm-hmm.
What is the explanation behind this?
Bria Hadasha.
Bria Chadasha. That's one reason. Imkein, with the Chilos Hashano, in the last is Hishtadlos. So now what are we saying over here? So in the beginning of the year, a person shouldn't strive to be involved with getting his sins forgiven for until Yom Kippur. Imkein with the Chilos Hashano, in the last is Hishtadlos, Mechilos Avanus, Ad Yom Kippur. Shakadosh Baruch Hu Besiruf, Itzuma Shel Yoim Meichel Navanosov. Because Hashem will cause the sins to get forgiven. Okay? A person strives and is involved with trying to get his sins forgiven for before Yom Kippur. It's like he's raising his hand to hit the king. In other words, we have a get out of jail free pass over here. We have an automatic mechilas avonos which is going to occur during this time. So now, what's the point of getting married? One of the major benefits of getting married, part of Savinus. Now,
what's the best time? Yeah.
Due to our skewed perspective of the purpose of getting married, right? We don't think about this. But a major aspect of the marriage is the mechilas avonos. I would say any Ben Torah who analyzes will go like that. You're getting married because you know you're going to die and you have to have children after, perpetuate, right? But most people don't get married even, they don't think about that. People get married for other reasons, okay? It's what the friends are doing, whatever the other reasons are. I'm not going to go into it. The point being is that a major not just cherry on the cake, but a major part of the cake of getting married is the mechilas havaynos. So what's the point? Person's getting married and he's going to have mechilas havaynos anyways. The
So,
guy's just double dipping, but he's already full.
wait, so when's the best time of the year to get married if it's Machilas Avonos?
Not during this time, anytime but this time. It's like a
Anytime?
person goes to a gas station and they tell you we will give you free gas. Give you free gas
I mean, filled up.
twice. Give you free gas twice.
Anytime with the full tank.
You leave the gas station, okay? You travel 3 blocks and you go back and you fill it up a second time. You're only allowed to fill up twice, so you wasted it. You already have a full tank. You wasted it. All right? Same thing over here. You already have your mechilas havaynos. Get married any other time. Continuing. This is based on what the Yerushalmi says towards the end of Maseches Yuma Paraches Mishnah Zayich. Ha'omer echtav Yom Kippurim mechaper. You say I'm going to sin, Yom Kippur will atone for it. Ha'omer echtav shuv, yima speak miyad lasos tshuva. You won't be provided with the ability to do tshuva. Hadin bar nash amar lamalka leis as melech. It's as if a person is saying to the king, "You're not a king." It's offensive. Look at the Korban Eid over there in the Yerushalmi. Cross references is Chedushim and Hilchos Yom Kippur. Some in Taf Reish Zayin to learn that on another occasion. So it's Muzach. We see from over here that Yom Kippur is considered a melech. Yom Kippur is a king. Someone who kicks at Yom Kippur by getting married during this time of the Aseres teshuva, it's like you're kicking the king. Taking your foot and you're kicking the king. Can you imagine?
So why? What about just before Rosh Hashanah too?
That's fine. Talking about Aseres teshuva over here.
No, but I mean, it's also you're
Look
coming
at what he
with
says in the next line. Kein hachanami mishim eshtada lahasik mechila b'techilas hashana koydem yom kippurim. Someone who's trying to get a mechilas avonos in the beginning of the year, aka after Rosh Hashanah, but before Yom Kippur, havi kemerim yabemelch. It's as if you're lifting your hand against the king. For Rosh Hashanah, that's fine. You're getting married, you have mechilas avonos for everything before.
Yeah, but you're gonna be in 10, in 20 days. You're also gonna have Mechilas Avonos.
Okay, so then you could get married after Yom Kippur. I don't
No,
think it's the most practical time to get married in the few days between Yom Kippur and Sukkot. Sukkot is one of the most stressful and busy Yom Tovim of the year.
yeah.
Probably is with building the Sukkah. I mean, Pesach and Sukkot are the most difficult, probably most preparations, right? But Ma'asim B'chol Yom, we see all day people are getting married
Oh,
in Elul.
when? Yeah.
Summertime, it's a beautiful time to get married, right? That's everyone's perfect time for getting married, right? You could have the outdoor couple, whatever it is. Yeah. So this is a Chachma Shloimo's Mahalech, one of them at least, as to why we don't get married. Then if you look on the bottom, he provides Tam Sheni Yishleimer Bazeh. And he goes into something, the moon getting covered and the Satan, and I didn't fully understand the point that he was making. But
Deals with marriage?
what?
That part dealt with marriage also?
Yeah, just trying to tie it in. Like I said, I didn't properly understand what he was saying. I think this first reason is very logical to say. So this is the Chachma Shloimo's Mahalach as to why we should not get married during this time of the Aseres Teshuva. Another beautiful Chachma Shloimo. The thing is, it's too short. For Chachma Shloimo, we need longer. We need longer. But he's fabulous. Okay. Any questions on what we did thus far? There's an interesting shaila regarding Avinu Malkeinu. Ma over here says we say Avinu Malkeinu. Erev Avoikir Milvad b'Shabbos. Do you need a minyan to say Avinu Malkeinu, or do you need an Aron Kodesh? Sefer Torah.
It's the same thing as Tachanan?
A lot of people have a misunderstanding about Avinu Malkeinu, simply because the only time that it's said is when the Aron Kodesh is open. So could you do it without an Aron Kodesh? Without a minyan.
Wait, is this the same din as Tachanan or no?
No. Tachnun we sit, Avinu Malkeinu we stand.
No,
Tachnun
but
we put our head down on our hand, Avinu Malkeinu we stand.
no, but Tachanan has different halachas regarding if you're not with the Sefer Torah.
Okay, so then you wouldn't put your hand down, correct? Right.
And
Opposite direction.
okay,
Okay. You still say Tachnun. The Bear
yeah,
Hativ in 5 words answers all of this. And he writes, V'yochid yochel gamkein la'amro. He doesn't even quote anyone. If you're by yourself, you could say Avinu Malkeinu.
What's the Havamina not? Because they open up
Maybe,
the arrow
yeah, maybe you think it's kadosh, whatever. Question is, what is this terminology that he's using? An individual yochel, you're able to say it. So if I don't want to say it, I don't have to say it. Even if I'm able to say it. It should say v'yachid sarach la'imra or sarach gamkin. An individual needs also to say it.
What's the arrow?
Gamkin is also interesting. So I don't have a whole chabur that I prepared on this. I don't have tires on it. I'm just pointing it out. The Mishnah Berurah, you could tell literally. Look at when I made all these files. Right this morning, right before. It was a buzzer beater.
18.
Interesting why only in basketball a point could count even after the clock stops. Hockey, if the clock ends, it's not a goal, even if it goes in.
Even if it's midstream.
Even if it's midair, right? It's
interesting shot.
It's just there's steers in everything when it comes to sports.
I was thinking about oh, sorry, actually.
Yeah.
Went from one sport to the other.
Yeah, it's steers everywhere. It doesn't make sense.
How is it that a actually no, not no gay. How's a baseball shot? How is it every stadium is different with baseball, but every other sport
There are different taka?
I guess
every stadium for baseball I think is different.
I think there's a difference.
Baseball is so boring that I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
But every stadium for any other sport has the same as a uniform.
It shows that it's all sheker, all steers everywhere. Everything contradicts everything.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. B'kol hayamim. The Mishnah Berurah begins the siman by saying, we fast after Rosh Hashanah. It's called a Tainus Sibor. Utainus Sibor. B'chol hilchos nizbar b'siman Tav Kuf Nun. The halachas of fasting we learned in siman Tav Kuf Nun. Remember that siman?
Tav Kuf Nun.
Ayin Sham Mishnah Berurah. We learned that together. You don't remember that?
Tav Kuf Nun?
Tav Kuf Nun.
Yeah.
What's
Oh my!
By numbers?
That was recent.
Oh, you go to
550.
fasting.
That's 550. That's pretty recent.
Tav Kuf Nun. We just did it.
That's pretty recent.
That's what the
details. Look at this. We did this 7/17. Did this a month ago.
Pregnant and more nursing women, that one?
That was with the fasting.
Yeah.
That's pregnant and nursing
women? Yeah. Very good. Very good. Moving right along here. Kol Yamim, we fast on all the days, Levad Shabbos. Except for Shabbos. No fasting on Shabbos. Next Mishnah Berurah, Mavav b'Shabbos, Filu Mincha Shal Shabbos, Shuva Gamkein Einam Avinu Malkeinu. Even Mincha and Erev Shabbos, Shuva, we also do not say Avinu Malkeinu. In addition to not saying Avinu Malkeinu on Shabbos, we don't say Erev Shabbos. Einam Mitachnim. V'lo Yeratzon. Talking about even if a Mila falls out that we don't say Tachnun and we wouldn't say Yehiratzon, we would still say Avinu Malkeinu. How do we know that we wouldn't say Yehiratzon? We learned about this, remember? In Hilchos Pesach. No. Because whenever you don't say Tachnun, you don't say the Yehiratzon that you say.
Oh, we're talking about the Yehiratzon by Krista, right?
Right.
The 2 letters and
2 words, very good. 2 words, very good. Okay, but Keller Chapayim and Lamanetzeach, they're on their own.
On a separate plane.
Correct, very good. We say Avinu Malkeinu, Keller Chapayim and Lamanetzeach. We would also say, right? In Milu we say Bashmaras ben Kisil Asar Zachar Bris It says, okay, shalosh pamim vidui, do vidui thrice, v'chim yom rishon to slichus of Rosh Hashanah, ki mashma ben hagim. On the first day of slichus until the eve of Rosh Hashanah, you say vidui thrice daily.
I think some places don't do 3.
Yeah, that is brought down to do it once. Except for on Erev Yom Kippur, that we would only do it once. Because we will say vidui later on that day anyways. We'll say twice, one at Mincha and one at Ma'ariv. It's also Yom Tov Chayrim, we don't do the Chayrim. Excommunication, not to awaken the strengths of the judgment during this time. And similarly, v'chein imashbian, we would not make a swear. Because we are very concerned with bringing the punishment of a swear into this world, God forbid. It's possible that even if a person is obligated to accept upon himself an excommunication, turning it around, and the like, you don't accept the chayrim until after Yom Kippur. If you want, permission is granted in your hand. We'll have to see if those v'hadr specifies what this is talking about. You don't make a shvuah. Taz mitzvah like we saw in the Magen Avraham. And Taz, there's still a mitzvah to judge, to get rid of, to solve theft issues and bring justice there. When there is going to be a judgment down below on planet Earth, there will not be a judgment upstairs in Shemayim. Until Motzi Yom Kippur, we wait to do Kiddush Levana. The Kiddush Levana Yoishitov Kishum Mavusam Mu Besimcha. Because Kiddush Levana, it's better when you're Mavusam. What's Mavusam mean?
That they should smell good, right?
Yeah, it's referring to like Motzei Shabbos, right?
Simcha,
Or
right?
Motzi Yom Kippur. You're in a good state of mind. Ubesimcha, in a happy state of mind. But Midrash Esau, it says in the Midrash, B'moitzi Yom Kippurim Baskol Yosef V'Ameres. Everyone quotes his Midrash. After Yom Kippur, a heavenly voice comes out and it says, Leich echol b'simcha, go and eat in happiness. Was happiness. About that, but you should know the Kama Achroinim, Miskimo, many Achroinim agree, Yosef Tov V'Kayim Mitzvah. Mikodem, it's better to fulfill the mitzvah first. That this mitzvah will help you to be meritorious. That we saw in the Aseres on the glass of the Shulchan Aruch. Others also quote this idea. Doesn't even quote that in the Sharat Zion, that Aseres Shabbos Shebein V'Hagim Shein Na Ra'im Av Torah Shuva Yisrael. The custom is that a kid does not say the Torah of Shuva Yisrael.
So I mean, if there's a bar mitzvah that Shabbos, you shouldn't do the Haftarah.
Yeah. What does a nar mean? I think nar is not bar mitzvah. Maybe we'll have to see.
Like, does this reach the stringency of
I don't think so.
Shabbos Zachar?
I don't think so. We'll see though.
Oh,
I don't know if I think that this is the right place to talk about it. The next one is going to talk about Pasakum, the next siman, which really intertwines with your Deya. I always like saying the mashal on the Sudan Motzi Yom Kippur that we have for the breakfast. Saw this at the end of the Eitzos Torah on Yom Kippur. Story of a guy who was in jail and he wasn't given a change of clothing. So for years he's been wearing this disgusting clothing that's infested and it's all gross. So they release him from prison finally after many, many years, and they give him a spare of fresh new clothing. And he says, I don't want to put the clothing on because I'm so dirty. It's filthy. They didn't let him have proper hygiene. So he jumps in the lake, moves his clothing that was near the prison, and he just finally, so refreshing. So not showering for so long and bathing. And when he was in the lake enjoying the water, someone came along and stole his new clothing. So he had to put on that old disgusting clothing that was infested with bugs, and says that's what it's like if just after Yom Kippur we don't commit to keeping everything that we had in mind to keep all of what's the term called when we decide that what is it?
Decisions?
Resolutions, yeah, Shkar. Yeah, that's why you gotta come every day. All the resolutions that we make, all the cheshbainas that we make in our life, we're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna learn an extra half hour every single day. Top of I do. You know what? I'm gonna be nicer to my wife, my kids. You know what? I'm gonna be nicer to my in-laws, be nicer to my grandkids. You know what? I'm gonna work on this mida. Maybe I got a little angry. I was a little impatient. I'm gonna work on that mida. All these things that we do, if we just go back to how we were before, then we're not changed. We don't have that bria chadasha, as Reb David Shalita said before.
Yeah.
Which is why we get the mechilas avinus, right? So
Is
it's
that
something to
the
think about. The It's Vahada Mishnah Bureau. Says, what are you talking about? Tshuva, davening. It's always good to daven a lot and repent. Nevertheless, during these 10 days, the Aseres to make tshuva, it's even a better time. It's more auspicious. Our tefillas will be accepted more. Dirshu Hashem bihi matzah. Like the Dirshu Mishnah Bureau. Seek Hashem and find, and this is referring to, says Chazal Rosh Hashanah Yirches, Aseres Yemei Tshuva. Even someone who's davening by himself will be answered. Mon Rosh Hashanah Yudzayin Mabeis says someone who repents during the Aseres Yemei Tshuva will certainly be forgiven. Moichlin loy. Because of this, the custom is for people to give more charity, to be involved with more masim tovim, to perform more mitzvahs from Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, more than the rest of the year. And the custom is for everyone to get up early to go to shul. It's even talking about before dawn. Don't want to scare anyone over here. But it's a serious time.
What's the last part that he said?
To get up early.
Hashem. We're doing it for slichus anyway, no?
That's right, but he's talking about before dawn because he's assuming you're going to Vasikin. So if you're going to Vasikin, then it's before dawn when you start the sleepless. That's why I said I don't want to scare anyone, but you asked for it. Okay.
Wait,
What are we talking about?
was it?
Som Gedalia. What?
Wait, how are you gonna what were you gonna scare us about? What?
You're gonna wake up before dawn to do slichos?
Yeah, I mean, it's not
You
so.
usually wake up before dawn. You wake up 4:30.
Oh, before dawn. Right now, what time is Olos right
No, it's
now?
getting later, so you probably won't even need to wake up in the fours. Only in the early fives to get there.
5, I think, right?
It could be fours when you cheshbon slichos though, because
Yeah.
sunrise is still before 6 o'clock. You have to work backwards. Takes you around a half hour to get there. Let's say Shmona Esrei. Plus, you have to get to the shul. You're probably still waking up in the fours. Yeah.
Wait, so it's talking about Nate's, right? It's obviously talking about Nate.
Yeah, but you have to start the slichos first, so you're doing them earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about over here the fast after Rosh Hashanah. That fast is called Som Gedalia because
Dalia died.
the Nevi'im enacted to fast when Gedalia was killed. He was the head of the remnants of the Jews after the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash. When he died, everyone was exiled. It was a bad domino ripple effect. Okay. Say Avinu Malkeinu at Mincha. That's how they say what Erev means. Erev means at Mincha and at Shachris. Point out in the footnote over here, footnote hey, Marav, we certainly do not say it. Show the quote in the footnote, the Berhetiv, an individual would also say Avinu Malkeinu. Right, even if you're not doing Tachlin, don't refrain from saying Avinu Malkeinu. Okay. We say the vidui 3 times, correspond to Chatasi, Avisi, and Pashati. 3 different types of sins: accidental, on purpose, and forgot the other type. 3 different
Negligence. No?
negligence.
Negligence. Negligence.
That would be
Pashati.
right. What's the difference between accidental and purpose? Negligence is kind of accidental.
No, I think negligence is worse. I think negligence is the worst.
It's the worst. or
Okay.
onus, extenuating circumstance.
Negligence.
Negligence.
Onus is more.
Negligence. No, that's something else. Okay.
If you're forced into the situation.
They say over here that you don't give someone an excommunication in the shul. I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, he would get punished in the shul itself. Not sure exactly what this is referring to. Okay, so I don't want to rush the rest of this, so we will pick it up with this tomorrow. We'll look at there's going to be some other interesting points that are going to come up in the siman. So that's what we'll do. Okay.
That's the text would also say.
All right. Have a good day. Okay.
Gosh.
All right.
Sure.